Hey folks, Crazy Climber Raider here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Space Raider, and this was created by Universal in 1982, and it's a shoot 'em up with kind of a 3D-ish look. The background will start scrolling towards you in a 3D-ish way. It might have been kind of cool for its time, but the game is kind of boring and really not that interesting in my opinion. That is the marquee, or at least what the marquee kind of looks like. I had to do a MS Paint job. I came pretty close, but I'd never seen this in the arcades. But see, your ship is at the bottom, and there is like a 3D effect of the background scrolling towards you. And note that your ship rises at the edges. That can bring the enemies close to you when you do that, but you can score some points that way, some extra points that way, because these missile type things will be shot at you. See, there's groups of enemies at the way top of the screen, and they'll eventually work their way down to you. We'll go ahead and get started. Now, you're in more danger when you go along the edges to the left and right, because the enemies can shoot you down quicker or ram into you quicker that way. But you can score some quick points by shooting down missiles that'll fly at you. And there will be sometimes groups of enemies coming at you, and if you shoot the biggest one of the group, you'll get extra points. There will be shots oftentimes kind of filling the screen, and you have to pick your spots. Fortunately, they come at you generally slow enough for you to have time to react. You can kind of weave between the shots. There, you get an extra 200 points for shooting the central alien in those groups. Some of the enemies will explode and shoot shrapnel, and you have to weave between the shrapnel or take out the enemy before it can explode. You often have more room and more time to react than you think. And that flashing enemy there, whatever UFO thing it was, damn it, you'll get an extra life at 10,000. That flashing enemy that I was talking about earlier, if you shoot it, it will slow the action down for about 5 seconds or so, which is nice. The enemies zigzag a lot. They don't want you to shoot them. They can be very evasive. But yeah, you get an extra life at 10,000. Dang it. 10,000, 50,000, and 90,000. But when you get down to the last enemy, it will try to make a dive at you. And so you have to shoot it quickly. Again, remember, you often have a lot more room than you think you do. There's that last enemy, and I shot him. So I move on to the next area. There are no bonus levels or anything. This game's kind of dull, in my opinion. I do like being able to score more points by taking out the set of missiles when you go to the far left or far right. Those weird little sun-like things, I think those are just an extra 200 points. Yeah, you can shoot the shots that come at you. But yeah, hug the left or right and you'll encounter those missile groups or whatever they are, and you can get 200 apiece for them. I think most enemies, the normal enemies, are like 500 points. Ooh. Barely maneuvering between those shots, and there was that last ship trying to make a beeline for me. But yeah, this game is generally not very interesting. I'd never heard of this one until MAME came along, and I'm guessing it was a very rare game. Definitely not a hit for Universal, who would have much greater success with Mr. Do this same year. But yeah, if you see that flashing ship, shoot it down for a little slowdown time. And the large enemy in the group will grant you extra points. I did alright for this game, really. I mean, I'm sure that Universal was banking on the 3D effect on being a really big draw. And it really, oh, damn it. Oh, that's my game. It really didn't matter if the game was not successful. You get it put in a lot of initials, though, which is nice. I got to put in my full first name, and I still had plenty of room for other letters if I wanted to put them in. But I just stuck with Russell. Well, that is Space Raider by Universal in 1982. Not a particularly good game. But, again, if you go to the far left or right, your ship will operate on a curve, and you'll be closer to the enemy, which could be a drawback, but you can get extra points by shooting those missiles coming at you. That is Space Raider by Universal in 1982. Shoot 'em up with some kind of interesting 3D effects, but really not all that good a game. This is Crazy Climb Radio saying thanks for watching Space Raider by Universal in 1982. Now we'll catch you soon with another game, and I'll be taking requests before too much longer. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.